Hey there, boys and girls, and welcome to episode 144 of Sonic Boom TV, a record store day closer look with Joe Strummer and the Mescalaoros Streetcore album. Wanted to mention real quick, this was my number one album that I wanted to get on record store day. There was a couple others that were really important, and one of them was the Soul Asylum, MTV Unplugged. I'd mentioned in my full record store day video that I wasn't able to get it, and I didn't think I was going to be able to get it. Well, this morning I set my alarm to go off because I was going to try to get the Kitty album that came out, because the store in, I don't know, Pennsylvania maybe, somewhere, I don't know, they had a whole stack of them, and I was like, I'm going to get one of those, but I only had enough money to buy one more record until I get paid this week. And so I went and I woke up at their website was supposed to go live at 8 a.m. Eastern time, so that's 7 a.m. here. I woke up at 6 a.m. here to try to make sure I was going to be able to get it, and then I started thinking, let me look up the Soul Asylum and see if anybody's got it. Well, I found a record store in Ohio that on their website it said they weren't going live either until 8 a.m., 7 a.m. here, but it said that they had 38 copies of this album, the Soul Asylum album, and I can't believe that, because it was pretty limited, and why one store would get that many copies, I don't know. So as I'm watching it, it's getting closer to the time, and I'm refreshing the page, just to make sure I don't get logged out or whatever, and it changed to 37 with like 15 minutes before they was active to be able to order it, and I was like, uh-oh, something's wrong. They must have put the numbers in wrong, and they're trying to fix it. So as we get closer to 8 o'clock, it stays at 8, we'll just say 8 o'clock their time. As we get closer to that, they did stay the same, the numbers, and then once it went live, I clicked on it to purchase, and this thing popped up. And you didn't have to put your information in there or anything to get, like they usually do on those things. It popped up and it said, because I was in my cart, you're in line, you have to wait an estimated time, and then it went, and it kind of scrolled this first few seconds, and then it said 1 minute. And I was like, all right. So then I get it, and it was, I didn't think about the tax in my mind here, and I was on a tight budget for this. And I was like, oh no, wait, that might be more than I can afford. And because it was like 36 or 38, something like that. But it worked out, and for the ride. But it took me like 3 or 4 minutes to figure out if it was going to work, because I had to check, my bank account and all that other nonsense that you do when you're buying records and you don't have the money really. But anyway, so I pushed it through, and it went through, and it says I got it, and then I got the email confirmation and all this other stuff from them. It looks totally legit. But when I finished, I kind of went back to see how many were left, and it said there was 10 left. And then about maybe 3 or 4 minutes later, I went back again, and it said sold out. So hopefully I didn't get ripped off. Hopefully I got it. Hopefully it's really coming to me. And I'll find out tomorrow when they hopefully get the printing. The shipping label and all that, processed. But it says it's in there, so hopefully I'll have the Soul Asylum, and then I'll have the top 4 that I wanted. So anyway, back to this. Joe Strummer and the Mescalaoros Streetcore. I should have looked this up. I think this came out right after he died. It's either right after or right before, and I should have looked it up, and I didn't. But this is like one of my favorite albums, man. It was so, when I bought the CD, I was blown away, and I didn't hear any songs on it before I bought it. I just saw that it was coming out, and I had wanted to check out that band that he was doing, because he had been with them, Mescalaoros, for a few albums, and I never bought anything, so I wanted to try it out, and I just bought it. And I remember going to work with it and putting it in and listening to it, and I was just blown away. And I was like, it's so good. It's punk rock, but it's not like hard punk rock. It's whatever. The guy, he used to be the singer for The Clash, by the way, if you don't know. So we'll look at that. We got the back cover, looking all nice. It says Dark Horse Records, Joe Strummer Streetcore 20th Anniversary Edition, remastered by Paul Hicks, limited edition white vinyl. And I paid $29.99 for it at Euclid Records in New Orleans. It's hard to believe this came out 20 years ago. Jeez. So we'll bust it open. Gotta across here. Save the stickers and all that stuff. So got to keep the plastic over here. So come back at it. This is it's not really a glossy. It's kind of a matte finish, even though it's a bright color, which is kind of interesting. But we've got the inside. We've got 2 pictures. We've got some words and stuff here. That's not. I'm not reading any of this. I'm just kind of looking. This is a press release. These are liner notes we can't put on the package. No room. I don't know what that says. We're doomed and some other stuff. Kind of cool. We'll zoom in on that a little bit, and maybe you guys can stop it and read it. Fun stuff. Whatever. Looks like a disaster area, which my apartment looks like, so I could live there. And let's see what we got on the inside. We've got the lyrics and liner notes kind of stuff. Some pictures, more liner notes, who the band is, I believe. I'm going to zoom in on that a little bit. Good picture. And then, ooh, it's staticky. This is solid white. Pretty nice. Yeah, this needed to be on white or orange as far as I'm concerned. That label is the logo for the record company. I like it. I kind of wish a little bit that it was maybe orange or black with those stars, or something, or that the chord thing, whatever that is. But very, very happy to have this. Didn't think I was going to be able to get it. They did have 2 copies when I was in there. Probably the only 2 copies they got. Didn't think I was going to get it. It was my main one because it is one of my most favorite albums of all time. It's a banger, as they say. But the songs, Coma Girl was probably the single. Get Down Moses, Long Shot, Arms Aloft, Ramshackle Day Parade, Redemption Song, which is, I believe, a Bob Marley song, maybe. But if you go on YouTube and you look up Redemption Song, there is a video, and it's a guy who's painting on a wall. He's painting a portrait of Joe Strummer, and it has and it kind of flashes, it focuses on him doing it, but then it focuses the people that are standing around watching this happen. And there's people from different bands, and I think there's a couple movie stars that are there. It's really cool. And I know people from Rancid are there, and a couple other bands. So it's a really cool kind of tug at your heartstrings kind of video. And then we've got All in a Day, Burning Streets, Midnight Jam, and Silver and Gold. Focus on that a little bit. See that? And then there's all this text here. Yeah, it's a bunch of stuff. I'm not gonna read all that for you. So anyway, glad to have this. I'm sure it's still available on CD. So or streaming or whatever. Go out there and check it out. I mean, I think if you like alternative rock music and you like punk rock music, I think this would fit in really well for you. And you should try it out and see what, especially Coma Girl. That's the big hit. Coma Girl and Redemption Song. Look those 2 up, and you'll tell me if you don't like that. And if you don't like it, I don't want to be your friend. No, I'm just kidding. I'll be your friend. But anyway, that's all for this episode. Coming back with some more of these Record Store Day closer looks. And that's it.